The thing that made me stay involved was my dad. He died when I was a junior in college. He was in a lot of businesses, and he had a lot of partners, and all that sort of went away, but Cumberland stayed. And it really was something that was about him, for me, and about preserving his legacy. And I knew, or at least I believed, it was his crowning achievement. I'm working to grow an endowment, which I'm very excited about, and it's approaching $6 million total. Very excited about that. What I would like that to be a legacy too, and something that helps ensure that people that really want to be helped can get some financial assistance to find a life in recovery. If that trend continues and most people build these family funds as they are, and they continue to grow, we'll have really a significant number of dollars that we can distribute to Cumberland Heights each year to enable that to go forward, the patient assistance program to continue to work. This year alone, the total endowment accounts gave to patient assistance a little over $200,000. I'm really, really excited about that. That just makes me want to dance.
Well, Mr. Crichton and my grandfather were great friends. Mr. Crichton really mentored my grandfather when he moved to Nashville in 1935. You know, my grandfather saw addiction through Mr. Crichton and loved him and wanted to help support it, and it's just been a friendship for 80-something years. My family is grown very close to Rob and Don Crichton and the Crichton family, and they've stayed involved in Cumberland Heights as well as we have. It's been very special. When I was 21 years old and I was confused, lacked a lot of confidence, I entered Cumberland Heights. They gave me the tools to go back out in the community and be successful and be sober. My dad, Wiley, my uncle, John, and myself had an opportunity where, through our business, to help start and fund this endowment, and I want to be able to continue to help patients pay for treatment. That's a big hurdle a lot of people face, and I want to continue to keep that facility out there, the top facility in the country. When you look at the buildings, the grounds, everything, it's Class A. It's special. It's a special place, and I want to continue to expound on that and continue to build on it, and help people pay for treatment. That is all important, and that's what our endowment's there for, and to help keep that facility beautiful and top-notch. When you start an endowment, really with the help and the guidance from the development department and people at Cumberland Heights, you can set it up for whatever you'd like the money to go towards, be it the facilities, be it patient assistance, new buildings, upgrades of the facilities. It is the gift that keeps on giving, as you say, and it will continue to give and continue to build throughout the years and continue to help Cumberland Heights improve the product that we have and grow. It's a special place, and addiction, it tears families apart. It affects work. It affects everybody. And you look at all these charities, great charities here in Nashville. I want to put forth my resources, my time for Cumberland Heights, because once again, it takes people that are broken down, and it gives them the opportunity to go back out in the public and continue their professional careers, build their relationships back with their families. It does something positive for the community. That's why I'm so passionate about it.
My brother passed away. He was 19 years old. He OD'd. My dad after that happened, had really sort of hit depression about losing his first child and had really started drinking a lot. And he ended up being dropped off by my aunt at Cumberland Heights. It saved his life, and he gave back to Cumberland Heights for the rest of his life. He loved Cumberland Heights. That was his life of recovery, was being involved at Cumberland Heights. His passion in life was being someone that could help get someone, in recovery. He would break down doors to get them in there. And so subsequently we started an endowment fund for adolescents. Very proud to say that Cumberland Heights has a great adolescent program. Not only do they have a great adolescent program, they have a school that's dedicated for adolescents that are going through recovery. And Nashville and this whole part of the United States is very lucky to have Cumberland Heights. I think if my brother had had a chance at that type of treatment, he might be here. Having no health care or the funds to get there, the endowment helps the people that can't afford treatment. It's the gift that keeps giving. It's unfortunately something that's going to be around for a long time, and there's not something that you can just fix this from happening, because this is a social issue. And to know that you have one of the best treatment centers in the world right here in Nashville is just unbelievable. We've got to keep that here. It has helped so many families, not just in Middle Tennessee, but all over the country. Yeah, he'd be very proud. This was really his mission, was to give back and see if he could help, and he did. He helped a lot of people. And yeah, he would be very proud.
Well, Tim worked in the music industry literally his entire life. And he was a driver, a bus driver, road manager, sound and lights. He kind of could do anything. In the early or middle 70s, he was driving for our brother Gene, who also sang Gene Cotton, and and had some top 100 hits back then. I mean, he's worked probably for literally everybody since then. I remember when he first started out with Tim McDougall, because Tim McDougall was first starting out. Hadn't even met Faith Hill yet. It was Music Cares that actually brought him to Cumberland Heights. They had a scholarship program, and that's how Tim entered the first time for a week, which ended up not really being long enough in Tim's words. When I came back there to see him, he was again on another scholarship program, and I came in for a family weekend. And, he was like, this is where I belong. He goes, a week wasn't long enough. I understand more now. I'm in the right place and I can do this. So, and that was kind of Tim's Cumberland Heights journey. He died from kidney cancer 2 years after he entered the program the second time and became sober. He was doing really well. So we sat down with an attorney and, kind of went through everything he wanted to do. And the first thing he wanted to do was leave his home to Cumberland Heights. Initially, we were hoping the house could be turned into one of the sober living locations. It really wasn't structured in a way, and it would have been an enormous amount of money to renovate it to meet all the codes they would need to meet for a sober living location. And, so Jay was kind of talking, what about an endowment fund? And it made the most sense since both of Tim's visits were paid for by scholarship funds that he was able to get. And so it seemed like coming for full circle and being able to give back the same way. And, for us as a family, treatment has been kind of a tale of two brothers. Sorry. The early 1970s, our brother Bill went in for treatment. In the early 1970s, treatment was barely covered by any kind of insurance or even recognized. Treatment for even alcohol was barely recognized at that point as an illness. When you walk out the door of Cumberland Heights, treatment isn't over. When my brother Bill walked out of the mental hospital, that was kind of it. There was no family involvement. We didn't really know what went on in there or what treatment really was. And 6 weeks later, Bill died by suicide. You know, with Tim at Cumberland Heights, there was the aftercare program, there's the alumni program, there was encouragement to attend meetings, you know, in his own community or when he was out on the road, which he did. They were really important to him. There are a lot of people when they're at a point where they're ready to walk into treatment, they've lost a lot already. And it may include their insurances, their job, their income, and, you know, their families. And it probably, you know, is the most important part, is getting that first step. And the only way to do that is through endowments like this.